Hi, welcome everyone. My name is Joya, and today's 60-minute grounding, vinyasa, and yin yoga class will be focused on the root chakra. The root chakra in Sanskrit is called Muladhara, and it's our energy center of feeling grounded and feeling safe and secure. The chakras represent our energetic system, and the seven flow from our root chakra all the way up this nadi, Sushumna Nadi, or river of energy, to our third eye. And this flow of energy, when it's aligned, we're in balance, we're in equanimity, and in peace. There's something called bandhas, which represent locks or binds, and there's 6 bandhas. And when we're out of balance, those bandhas can lock up and prevent our energy or chi from flowing normally up and down through our Sushumna Nadi. So sitting on the floor, maybe cross-legged, you could take your ankles a little bit wide and place your palms on your knees. And just take a moment to breathe naturally. So sitting on the floor, feel your head stack over your shoulders stacking over your pelvic floor. And inhale, rotate your shoulders forward, up to the ears, and back and down. And keep rolling them out. Imagine that you're breathing all the way down into your pelvic floor. So Muladhara, the root chakra, is located at the base of the spine at the perineum along the first 3 vertebrae at the base of your pelvis. Most of us have energetic blocks and imbalances, as well as energy sabotaging habits that prevent us from accessing our full vitality, which leads us to feel exhausted, disassociated, scattered, dull, and sometimes even ill. Now relax the shoulder blades in that position down and lift the crown of your head to the sky. On the inhale, lift your pelvis up, lift your perineum up, almost like a Kegel exercise. And on the exhale, release. Releasing the shoulder blades down. Inhale and lift. Feeling your perineum contract and lift. And exhale, release. So we're going to add the hands here. You can watch me the first time. I'm going to be exhaling through the nose. So half an exhale, and the hands come in. And then the rest of the exhale, hands come in a little bit more. And on that exhale, you're lifting the perineum and the Mulabandha. So again, on the exhale, I lift. On the inhale, release. 3 more times. And lower yourself into a wide child's pose on the mat. Knees are spread wide. Head and nose comes to rest on the floor. Relax here. And then press the palms together. So only the outside edges of the pinky fingertips are touching the mat. Elbows come off the floor. And push your prayer hands further, activating the arms and the spine. Press the palms on the floor and walk them over to the right hand side. The left palm comes over the right. And then walk the hands over to the left side. Maybe the right palm comes over the left. You might be feeling a deep stretch in the side body. And then hands come to center, relaxing the elbows and the forehead and nose on the floor. Feel the whole earth supporting you here. And take witness of what the spine feels like right now. Any areas of discomfort or stiffness. Walk the hands in a little bit and tuck the toes, hovering the knees. Spread the fingertips wide. Holding here, turning the eyes of your elbows forward. Feeling the legs engage. And then drop the knees, coming to a neutral tabletop position. The knees are as wide as the hips, and the wrists are stacked under the shoulders. Look up and lift the tailbone to the sky. Inhale. Exhale. Look to the navel. And arch the spine like an angry Halloween cat, releasing the neck. Inhale, look forward. Cow. Draw the shoulder blades back. And exhale, cat. Inhale, cow. Look up. And exhale, cat. And then lower to a neutral tabletop position. Bend your torso to the right as though you're bringing your right shoulder towards your right knee, your hip, looking behind you. And then a neutral tabletop. Bend the left shoulder, twisting to the left. Looking behind you. And then neutral. More time to the right. More time to the left. And tabletop. Tuck the toes and hover the knees again. Spreading the fingertips wide. Draw your shoulder blades back and push the hips up and back. Coming to downward facing dog. Take whatever movements you need here. Maybe pedaling out the feet, walking the dog. Bend your knees and push those hips up even higher. Maybe the hands come in a little bit. Find where downward facing dog makes sense for your body. And then bend the knees, lift the heels, look forward. Slowly walk forward. And dangle over the feet. Feet or hips width distance apart. Interlace. Grab opposite elbows and sway side to side. Feeling the lower back release. Maybe add a little bounce to your sway. Whatever feels good here. And swish your hands over to the right. And swish the hands over to the left. Back to center. Grounding the feet, interlace the hands behind you and gently pull them back and away. Maybe the head looks at the wall behind you. Relaxing the neck down. Feeling a nice opening in our shoulder blades, our collarbone, clavicle, and our pecs. Release the arms down gently, and then rolling up slowly, vertebra by vertebra, as slow as you can. And then head comes up last, Tadasana. So standing with our feet, hips width distance apart. Your toes can be touching with heels apart, or your toes can be parallel to each other. Your palms face forward. Lift up your toes and try to place them one by one, starting with the pinky toes down on the mat, spreading them wide. Feel the four corners of your feet, so 2 in the balls and 2 in the heels, rooting down. So you're growing roots into the ground beneath you, feeling the earth supporting you, and breathe. Remember throughout class that feeling on the inhale of engaging the perineum, lifting up the Mulabandha, and the exhale releasing. And notice if this adds any stability to your practice. Arms come up and wide. Lift the arms up to the sky wide. And then lower the hands to prayer heart center, Samasthiti. Inhale, engage the Mulabandha. Exhale, release. Tadasana, mountain pose. Imagine you're a big, strong mountain anchored to the earth for 1,000,000 years. Surya Namaskar A. Bend the knees slightly, lift the arms up all the way, hands in prayer. Give a slight backward bend, Hasta Danasana, lifting the chest. Weight rocks back into the heels. Look back, hips up. And then lower all the way, swanning the arms down to Uttanasana. Dangle, releasing the neck. Exhale. Inhale, engage the Mulabandha. Look forward, spine straight, hands on the shins, halfway lift. Exhale, hands come to plank, step the right foot back, step the left foot back, and hold here in plank. Eyes of the elbows face forward. Feel the top of your cervical spine come up and your shoulder blades come a little bit down and away, keeping the Mulabandha engaged. Breathe. We're going to come down in a push-up, slowly, keeping the elbows in. Untuck the toes, and come to lie on the mat. Inhale, look up, baby cobra. Exhale, release one cheek to the mat. And bring the hands wider than the mat. Inhale, baby cobra again. Engage the Mulabandha. Maybe push up a little bit more. Look up. Feel your lower back. And lower the other cheek to the floor. Bring the hands back in and push yourself back to plank. Maybe shorten the stance between your hands. And then bend the knees and push the hips back into downward facing dog. Walk your dog. And then bend the knees, look forward, walk forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Straight spine. Exhale, lower. Inhale, the hands come all the way up. Samasthiti, Tadasana. Inhale the arms up. Lower all the way to Tadasana. Exhale. Inhale, Adho Uttanasana, straight spine, engage the perineum. Exhale, plant the hands, step or float back into plank. Lower the knees, untuck the toes, knees in. Ashtanga Namaskar, push into baby cobra. And push up into full cobra. Hips come off the floor, look back. And push back into child's pose. Untuck the toes. Tuck the toes, lift the heels in the downward facing dog. Lift the right foot up, three-legged dog. Drop the right hip so that your hips are grounded. Maybe bring your right knee to right tricep. Hold here, engage the navel, drawing it towards the spine, and kick it back up. Right knee to left tricep. Hold here. Breathe. And kick it back up. Knee to nose. And plant it between the hands. Hands come to prayer heart center. Option to drop the back knee and untuck the toes. And hook the left elbow over the right knee. Looking up to the right. Hands in prayer heart center. And then lower the hands to frame the right foot. Untuck the back toe. And place it on the mat at a 45-degree angle, coming to warrior two. Looking over the right fingertips. Stack the knee over the ankle. And breathe. Lower the right arm to the right thigh. And swing the right arm forward and up. Look up under the left arm. And reach back. Swing it down, looking at the arm as it circles. Making sure you're still bending into that front knee. Inhale as you look up and under. Flowing the arm with our breath. And then bring the arms to frame the front foot. Right foot kicks up. And lower downward facing dog. Bend the knees, lift the heels, look forward, walk or float forward. Halfway lift. Exhale, release, Uttanasana. Inhale, hands come all the way up, Uttanasana. Samasthiti, Tadasana. Other side, hands come up. Use a backwards bend. And then lower all the way down at Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift. Don't forget about that Mulabandha. Exhale, step or float back into plank. And you can float through Ashtanga Namaskar again, knees, chest, chin. Or you can float through Chaturanga, keeping the elbows wrapped in, lowering down. No more than 90 degrees, untuck the toes, and push up, shoulder blades down and together. Urdhva Mukha, upward facing dog. And then tucking the toes, downward facing dog. Left foot lifts, three-legged dog. Left knee to left tricep, and hold here. Engaging the core. Looks good, Gopi. Take the foot up. Left knee to right tricep. And kick the left foot up. Left knee to nose and plant it between the hands. Option to drop your back toe, back knee and back toe. Hands come to prayer heart center. Hook the right elbow over the left knee and look up. And hands lower to frame the front foot. Place the back foot on the mat at a 45-degree angle. Warrior two, looking over the left fingertips. Stacking the knee over the ankle. Left forearm to left thigh. And switch the right arm down and up. Inhale, look under the arm. Follow the hand with your gaze. Inhale, look up. Making these circles, bending to the front knee. And lowering to frame the front foot, kicking the back foot up. Lower to downward facing dog. Bend the knees, lift the heels, look forward, walk forward. Inhale the arms all the way up. Lower Samasthiti and Tadasana. Ground yourself in Tadasana. And transfer the weight into your left foot. Hug that right knee and hug it up to your chest. It's okay to have a micro bend in the left knee. Focusing on one spot, drishti, to find your balance. And lower that right foot. Maybe shift side to side a little bit, regain your balance. Bring that right foot up to the left thigh, tree pose. If it's available to you, you can take your foot to the groin, lotus, half lotus. And there's all kinds of options for your hands. They could be at your side, heart center. It could be above you in prayer. You can grow your tree and sway the branches, feeling your roots holding you up and stable. You're part of the earth, grounding you beneath. And release that foot, Tadasana. Shake out the left foot a little bit. Sink into chair pose. Tucking the tailbone down a little bit, but not too far, just neutral. Bend into the knees. Swing the right arm under the left, eagle arms, palms touch, or back to back hands, or grab opposite shoulders. Lift the right foot over the left knee. Maybe hook it around, or just by your shin. Push your elbows and hands up and away and breathe. Eagle pose. Feel your foot rooting you down into the ground. And release. Arms come all the way up. Hands to prayer heart center. Tadasana. Shake out that left foot. Maybe shake them both out. Left side. So ground your weight into your right foot. Spread the toes wide. Hug the left knee to the chest. Engage the Mulabandha. Find a drishti, a focal point, unmoving to help you focus and balance. And lower. Tree pose. Bring the left foot to the right thigh, or if it's available, to the groin in half lotus. Hands in prayer heart center, or wherever you'd like them to be. Tree pose. Feeling your right foot rooting down into the ground. And when you're ready, release that foot. Shake out the right foot. Lift the hands, come to chair. Left arm swings under the right, eagle arms. Left foot over the right. And sink into the front knee. Pushing the hands and the elbows up and away from your face. Eagle pose. And release. Inhale the arms up. Hands come to prayer heart center. And release the hands down. Lowering all the way to dangle. Pedal out the feet. And lower into child's pose. Take witness if the spine feels any different from the beginning of class. Tuck the toes. Lift the hips up, downward facing dog. Lift the right foot up. And then the knee comes to the right elbow. Left foot to the left hand. And lower into pigeon pose. Your hands can come to your sides or stay in front, or option to lower to your forearms, or even bring your head to your forearm. Maybe draw that left hip closer to the mat to ground your hips to the floor. Relax. gently push your palms into the mat, untuck your back toe, and kick that right foot back up, three-legged dog, and downward facing dog. Lift the left foot up, three-legged dog. Knee comes to left elbow, left foot comes to right hand, and lowering down. Hands can come to your sides, or they can stay in front. Option to bring your forearms down and relax all the way down. If you need the support of a bolster or pillow, it's always an option. Press your palms into the mat, coming back up. Untuck the back toe and kick the left foot up. Downward facing dog. And then lower onto the forearms. And lower the knees to the mat. And then bring the hands in front of you. And then head and nose on the floor. Maybe the chest comes closer to the floor, melting heart pose or puppy pose. Hips are still up in the sky. Roll your pelvis forward and lower your pelvis to the ground. Sphinx pose. The forearms are on the ground. You're looking up in front of you. Breathe. And then bring your hips up. Walk the knees in. Hands come to tabletop and come to seated. Bring the legs wide. Grab a bolster, a pillow. You're just gonna come as far forward as you can. If you don't have a pillow, you can just walk your hands forward and just relax your head down, looking at the navel or the ground. If you do have a pillow, you can maybe rest on it, rest your arms on it. Flex the heels out and just reach forward as far as it's comfortable for you. On the inhale, remember the sensation of engaging the Mulabandha. Exhale, release. Inhale, lift the Mulabandha. Exhale, release. And really make sure the neck is relaxed. And then roll up to seated, vertebra by vertebra. Slowly, head comes up last. Move aside the bolster. And lift the arms, turning to the right foot. Bend that right knee as much as you need to grab that foot. Head comes towards the knee. And start to push that heel out, right heel. Left shoulder drops to the inside. Squaring the shoulders to the floor. Janusirsasana.
Tuck the toes. Lift the hips into downward facing dog. Drop the forearms to the floor, dolphin pose. And lower the knees. Untuck the toes. Walk the hands forward, lowering the nose and the forehead and chest towards the floor. Melting heart, puppy pose. We push those hands a little bit forward, bringing chest even closer to the floor. And roll the pelvis forward, down onto the mat, Sphinx pose. Shoulder blades down and together, looking forward. Forearms are on the mat. And as you inhale, remember the movement of engaging the Mulabandha. Exhale, release. Inhale, engage. And exhale, release. Pushing up, coming to tabletop. And then drop one hip to the mat, opening the legs wide. If you have a bolster or pillow, it's come in handy. Dragonfly pose. You're going to walk your hands forward and lower to look at the navel, relaxing the neck. You could put your forearms on a bolster and lower your head towards the floor, just letting everything sink. Spreading your legs wide. On the inhale, engaging the Mulabandha, drawing the sits bones together and up. And relaxing them on the exhale. And then push the hands into the floor and come up to seated with the block or the bolster. Inhale the arms up. Bend the right knee as much as you need to hook that foot. And then slowly push that heel out as much as you can, or feels good. Lowering the nose and the head towards the knee. Maybe drop that left shoulder blade in towards the floor. Janusirsasana. Breathe. Inhale, come up to center. Turn to the left foot, bend the knee as much as you need to, hooking the left foot with interlaced hands. And then pushing that heel out. Dropping the right shoulder blade towards the inside, the legs. And maybe the left heel pushes out and forward. Inhale, and hands come up. And then lower into child's pose. Pushing the hands into the mat. Coming up to seated. Drop one hip to the mat and swing the legs in front of you. Soles of the feet touch. If you have a bolster, you could place it behind you. If you have extra bolsters, you could put them under your knees, or you could just let them hang gently. And slowly, using your hands, lower yourself down onto the bolster. Let your hands fall at your sides. Release the neck back. And just rest here in supine butterfly. Notice any sensation in the lower back. You could experiment with maybe moving your feet closer towards you. You could also experiment with moving them further away. Does that change where you feel sensation in your back? And then bring the knees up and together. Gently roll off the bolster and remove it. Lying on your back with the knees up. Hug the knees to the chest. Rotate a little bit side to side to release the lower back. Drop the feet to the floor. And windshield wiper the knees right to left. Slowly. I'm kind of scooching myself down the mat. Then plant your feet hips width distance apart. Your feet are about at the end where your fingertips touch your feet. And lift the pelvis up high to the sky. And interlace the hands underneath you. Draw the right shoulder blade down and under, and then the left. Drawing the shoulder blades together and lifting the pelvis higher up to the sky, bridge pose. Keeping the knees parallel to each other, maybe squeezing the thighs together. And then lowering down to the mat. Windshield wipers the knees, right and left. You can stay there, windshield wipering, or if you want to join in plow, we're going to press our hands into the mat and kick our feet up to the sky, all the way over our head, touching the mat above our head. Maybe dropping the shoulder blades down and together. And slow back. The knees to the forehead. And lift the feet up to the sky. Maybe bring the hands lower down. Engage the glutes, the Mulabandha. Don't turn your neck in this position to protect your head and your neck. And breathe. Feeling all this oxygenated blood rushing towards your head. And then lowering the knees slowly to the head. Lowering the spine to the floor. Shavasana. Bring the knees up. The hands come up parallel to each other in front of you. Bring the right arm under into eagle arms again. Right leg comes over the left, maybe hooks around the left ankle. And the hands touch the mat above you. Breathe. And on the exhale, crunch the elbows to the knees. Coming up. Inhale, tap the toes and the fingertips to the mat. Exhale, crunch. Inhale, tap. We'll do 8 more. Crunch. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Unwind. Hands come up parallel to each other. Left leg swings over the right. Left arm swings under. Eagle arms. Tap. Inhale, and on the exhale, crunch. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And release the hands, knees stay up. You're going to inhale, sitting up, and hands come forward. Lift the feet, Navasana, boat pose. Lower, hovering down 1 inch above the mat. And inhale up, Navasana, boat pose. Chest is pushing forward. And then hover down 1 inch above the mat. Crunch up. Hover. Crunch up. And lower the feet onto the mat. Twist over to the left. Bend down, touching your nose to the floor. Push up And bend over to the right, touching the nose to the floor. And then do 2 more of these. Last one. And then come to lying down on the mat in Shavasana. Breathe. Draw the right knee up to the right shoulder, hugging it close to the body, wind release pose. Left heel pushes forward, right foot relaxes. Take that right knee and twist it over, dropping to the mat on the left, and twist, looking over the right hand. Arms are wide. And then that knee comes back to Shavasana. Lift the left knee, hugging it to the left shoulder. Pushing the right heel out. Neck is long and relaxed on the floor. And drop the left knee to the right mat, twisting open to look over your left fingertips. Breathe. And then lower that foot to Shavasana. Hug both knees to the chest. And give a little rock side to side. Taking whatever motions you need to before our final rest here in Shavasana. Maybe grabbing the feet and lifting them up into happy baby. And then lower to wide Shavasana. Relax everything. Focus on engaging the Mulabandha as you inhale. And release as you exhale. And we'll stay here in stillness for 2 minutes. Rolling over to the right into a fetal position. Stay here a second and just feel the earth supporting you. And push the left palm coming up to seated. Sitting on the heels, we're in a cross-legged position. Feel one more time the engagement of the Mulabandha on the inhale, lifting the perineum, the pelvis up, and release on the exhale. Focusing on an Om altogether. We'll inhale and exhale through the mouth to synchronize. Inhale. Inhale for Om. Om. Namaste. Thank you so much for practicing with me. Have a wonderful day.